Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe. I'm trying to say that more so people can actually subscribe. And if you like the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. I know it's a bit annoying and I actually don't like saying that. It's so cringy, but if I want to be a YouTuber, I have to follow the script. Anyways, I wanted to ask you guys a question. I just got a new phone yesterday. My old phone, people were complaining about that they couldn't really hear me that well, or that the voice was a bit mumbled. So let me know if the voice in this one is more clear, because it's a new phone. My old phone, I broke that phone anywhere that it can break from, it broke from. So yeah, that's why I like the voice in that one. You couldn't really hear it. It was a bit mumbled, and sometimes I talk in a lower tone. I don't know, because I don't want to wake up the whole entire house. So yeah, let's get into it. Am I the a-hole for leaving photographic evidence of my husband cheating somewhere his parents? Why do I keep saying that parents should not have looked? My husband cheated with a man. I had pictures. His mom snooped. His parents are making his life difficult. I, female 30, kicked my husband, 28, out of my house. It was my house prior to us getting married, and it remains my house now. I knew when I married him that he was bisexual. I was okay with it as long as he understood that we were monogamous. I said that I would never agree to an open relationship, and if that was what he wanted, he needed to be with someone else. He agreed and said that I was the person he wanted to be with, and that I was more than enough to satisfy him. He lied. I found out he was having an affair with a man. I went through his iPad and took all the pictures for myself, graphic, in Mapplethorpe kind of way. What does that mean? When I confronted him, he became physically aggressive. I was scared. He calmed down when I got Siri to call 911. He left. Anyway, I did not want him in my house again, ever. When he wanted his things, I asked him to make a list and send it to me. I found every single thing on the list. I asked him where to send the box. He said he would pick it up. I told him that I would not let him set foot in my house, and that I would call the cops if he tried. He said he would send friends to get his stuff. I said I will leave his box, oh crap, at the front desk at my work. He didn't want to make the drive into the city. We compromised and I agreed to give his parents a temporary code for my house. They are lovely people and I trusted them. I could see everything on my security system and I would know if he tried getting into my house. The deal was that they would use the code, get the box from the front entrance, then close and lock the door. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. I guess he didn't have everything on his list. He asked him to get something from my bedroom, not the deal at all. I had my pictures of his infidelity in my room in my chest of drawers in an envelope. So to reiterate, to find these pictures, his mom had to go past our agreed limit into my house. She then had to enter my bedroom, open my chest of drawers, open an envelope, and look at what was inside. I felt violated watching the video. Then I giggled like a little kid. It was hilarious. I see them come into the house. They use the code, open the door. His dad comes and grabs the box. He goes back to their vehicle with the box. His mom hesitates before walking into my house and going to my room. She goes to my chest and opens the top drawer where we kept a box full of jewelry. She sees an envelope with his name on it. She looks around, I'm not sure why. Then she looks at the contents. She screams, I assume, since I have my feet in video only. Then she stuffs the pictures back in, closes the drawer, and goes running for the truck. My father-in-law comes to the door, locks it, and leaves. I guess he never told his parents about his proclivities. I can't pronounce that word for the love of me. Anyways, to say that this has created a problem for him is to take it lightly. I get a call from him. He says I left the pictures out for his parents to find. I did not. I should have scattered them on the top of the box his parents picked up, but that felt cruel and unnecessary. Like I said, I've always found them to be lovely people. I told him where the pictures were. He said that he forgot about a ring he left out of the list, and he told his mom where it should be. I said I would have tossed it in the box if he told me. He said he forgot until they were on their way. He's upset that his parents know he's a power bottom. He's not happy at their house now, and he's going to find somewhere else to stay. He said I'm an a-hole for causing this problem. How did she cause the problem? Maybe him cheating on his wife caused the problem? Maybe him lying and saying that he will be monogamous and that she's the only one for him, but then ran around with random men all over town caused the problem? I don't know, to name a few. Am I the a-hole for telling my fiance that she's useless in an emergency and shouldn't brag about how tough she is? I, 25 male, have a child named Amy, one female with my fiance, Jess, 24 female. We live together in one of the safest cities in the United States. About 4 months ago, Jess and I were walking home at night with Amy, sleeping in her stroller. It was a suburban road that we've walked down hundreds of times. Suddenly, we heard several loud banging noises from around the corner. My first instinct was to check out where they came from, and so I jogged a couple of steps forward to peek and see what was going on. As it turns out, two teens were hitting the window of an SUV with a baseball bat. I watched them run away, get into a car, and peel out. Honestly, that's white people activities. Like, you know, in the movies, like when it's like a horror movie and some little white girl, she hears noise and she's at home by herself, and it's like the middle of the night and she hears noises downstairs. Instead of like jumping out of the down window or something, they're like, "Hello, is anybody there?" Yeah, the person who's going, "I love you, loser. Get out of the damn window." Like, if I hear a random noise somewhere, I'm not going to go check it out. I don't know, maybe because I'm black. I turned around to see Jess, but she wasn't there. I looked back the way we came to see her about 50 yards away, running like her life depended on it. I called out to her a few times, but she was obviously scared out of her mind and didn't hear me. A few minutes later, I called her on her phone and she picked up. I explained that it was just a couple of dumb kids with a baseball bat. Jess sheepishly walked up a few minutes later, and I couldn't help but laugh at her. She said that she grew up in a rough neighborhood. She did not, and mistook the sign for gunshots. I actually did grow up in a bad neighborhood and told her that they sound nothing like gunshots. But what really stuck with me was her first instinct in an emergency was to abandon a 9-month-old baby and her fiancé to fend for themselves as she protected her own and hide. Oh, she left the baby? Well, last night we were watching a documentary together, and there was a scene with a woman who was frozen in terror during an animal attack. Just scoffed and said that if I were her, she would have fought back, especially if Amy was with her. I looked at her for a few seconds and then said, "Yeah, you don't really know what you would do." Just insisted that she would have fought tooth and nail against any threat against our daughter. To which I responded, "Even a couple of kids breaking a car with a baseball bat? Let's call it for what it is. You're kind of useless in an emergency." Just stood up and walked away. It felt really bad because she was victim blaming the woman in the documentary when she showed herself to be a coward of comic proportions. You guys, sometimes I can't talk. Were my words too harsh? I don't know why she got upset about that, to be honest. I mean, if you hear some kids hitting a car with something, even if you don't know what the noise is from, you abandoning your 9-month-old baby is crazy. But the thing about me is, like, I can't judge anybody. I cannot judge anybody. If I hear a small strange noise of some sort, I'm running away. I don't care about no baby. I don't care about no family. I don't care about nothing. I am like the biggest scary cat. You would think, like, damn, did she die and then come back to alive again? Because I'm very scary. Like, I don't care.